6 minutes past. And I've got to tell you, first of all, if there's any Radiohead fans tuning in, there's a bit of a problem with the Radiohead interview.
Yeah.
Right? And the problem is that they are coming. In fact, they are here. But we can't talk to them because
they're hungry. Apparently,
this studio has been transformed into the Radiohead staff canteen. Tom and Ed, do you want to answer in grunts and then? Yeah, okay.
Is the food all right?
It's great,
Yeah,
really good.
all right. It's also nice to see people eating proper food, you know, because
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips and just a sort of
The main meal of the day.
fish and chips and beans for Ed O'Brien. What have you got there, Tom?
Bit of mash, carrots.
Mashed carrots and something called corn...
Chili.
Corn chili.
Yeah.
Right, the vegetarian dish of the day. So anyway, Tom and Ed are here, and we will be talking to them once. Radiohead, of course, 2 equals 5, and that's the current single. And Tom and Ed are with us today. We've got a load of questions to get through, which we will try and press on with when, Ed's finished. Tom, have you?
Yeah.
Have you? All right, there's not you've not left a very clean plate there, York!
I say, Tom, you're in big trouble.
Take you to the tuck shop.
Tuck shop.
Right, Sarah Braun in Hartlepool has been on. Say, can you do a shout out for my boyfriend? His name is Chris, and he is due to celebrate another birthday on Monday. And as a treat, we're going to see Radiohead on Sunday at Telewest Arena. It would make his day if Lard could do a birthday shout in the style of Tom York. Descent and In the Club. You like that one, Tom?
I did, yeah. I really liked it.
Someone told me that your favourite record of the year so far was Outcast and Hey Ya.
Yeah, the single definitely is like that. Why that should be number one everywhere, all around the world.
I'm sure it will be, actually. Because I had a question, who's this from? It doesn't. Smoth in Altrincham said, as Radiohead have now transcended most music. Where do you stand on the Rugbo issue, Ed? Tom, are you interested? Or
I'm interested. Phil's very interested.
Right. Stinker Selway.
Stinker Selway, yeah. We're going to win.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna murder them in their own backyard, boys.
I do feel that we are.
We're being optimistic.
Yeah. Tom, does rugby do anything for you?
No, I don't know anything about it. I'm sorry.
Well, England are playing Australia tomorrow.
Are they?
Yeah. Would you like England to win?
Yeah, that would be good. Wouldn't
Good.
it?
There you go. You see, we're all
It's
of
an
them.
endorsement.
Talking about sports though, and about keeping yourselves in perfect condition. What's all this about sweat lodges? I've heard that the latest Radiohead thing is communal saunas. That you sort of like to... The band that sweats together, plays together or stays together, is that... No?
Who said that? Was that Colin?
Well, it was one of yous.
Right.
I don't know. This is...
It was a lie, was it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Right.
I thought you'd been going for Native American Indian sort of sweat massages. You're looking sheepish, Ed, I've got to say.
They do. They both look a bit panic-stricken, don't they?
Right, Tom has collapsed into a heap. Is there something you want to tell us?
No,
what can you
quite
say?
patently.
All right, we obviously touched a nerve.
Yeah, move on. Mystery Man.
So the yellow teddy's hanging around today.
Right, yes. Tom and Ed from Radiohead are here today. Ben in Liverpool says, is it true you're only going to make EPs in the future instead of albums?
We're just talking about doing it for a bit, because we're difficult, awkward.
Yeah, but I mean...
It'd be good fun. We could do lots of different things, try lots of different things.
Without having to sustain it over a whole
Not
album.
having lots of people scratching their chins.
Right.
When we've finished.
Yeah. Right, okay then. So just for a while. How many EPs then? A series of how many, do you think?
We don't.
Knowing us, what, about 40?
Why don't you do 4 or 5 and just put them all on one CD?
Good idea.
That's an album. Yeah, right, yeah, okay. Matthew in Newcastle says, do you sing along to any of your own songs if they're on the radio whilst you're driving about? I mean, you said you heard There on the radio and you really enjoyed it, didn't you?
Shamefully, yes, I
Well,
really
there's
enjoyed
nothing wrong.
it. No,
It's good liking your own records,
it
isn't it?
sounded great, yeah. Did I sing along? I probably did, yes.
Yeah?
Yes,
Yeah.
probably.
Do you, Tom? I mean, do you listen to the records once you've made them, or can you not listen to it?
I don't really listen to not unless I can't. You have to tie me down, really.
Right.
I can't have heard of them enough by that point. I have to listen to something if I need to learn it again, and there's no way of learning it any other way.
Do you go back to the records when you're going on tour and say, and like, because I know our close personal chum Dave Bowie does that. He listens to his album and says, that's a good one. I've not done that for ages. We'll play that.
Yeah, could do that.
We could.
Yeah, we haven't done as many
don't.
records as Mr. Booby.
No.
I know. But I mean, you've done a few good ones, though, haven't you? And Ben in Gloucester says, this is a big question, fish fingers or fish cakes? It's interesting and topical because Mr. O'Brien has just had a battered cod.
Yeah, I always preferred fish fingers. Fish cakes always, those Ross fish cakes always had a funny. it wasn't. There was some sort of herbal thing going on in there which didn't really agree. Yeah.
I see. Right. Okay. So, Tom, do you eat fish? Do you eat fish? Oh, okay. Then fine. Right. Well, so, big questions being dealt with here. I think this is the stuff. Was Leo and Bushwhacker. Right, it's 4 minutes past 2, and we're going to do. Tom York is going to be doing a live song for us in a short while.
Excellent.
Yes. Still up for that? The food gone down enough?
We'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Then.
Particularly after this item.
Right, but we're now going to do a little bit of wine tasting. Do you drink? I mean, is there a Radiohead drinking club, or are you a very abstemious band these days?
I'm still drinking. I'm trying not to, but you know.
Right. Do you drink it?
I have to be honest. I'm not drinking a lot at the moment.
Right. Okay.
No.
Not drink. So you can. You're saying not a lot. So you can actually just sort of have a couple of beers after the show and toddle off to bed and not go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are. Yeah.
Well,
You sound quite ashamed of that.
That's good.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'd take that as a yes.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anyone in the band who's in the A list of the Radiohead drinking club, or is there not one really?
I think that's me, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
You're the drinker.
He's
Okay.
the boozer.
Sorry about that.
Smoke?
Oh yeah.
No. You're a
Oh,
smoker.
yeah.
Right. Okay. What about the others? Do they drink and smoke, or are they good, clean living people?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay then. Right. So
Could get into trouble.
Well, we're going to have a wine now. I'll just uncork this if I may. Oh, right. Okay. Well, today it's a Nuneaton Niersteiner. I don't know whether you've heard of it.
Have you not come across that before,
No.
lads?
Well, let's just
tangy.
pour out.
It's been on the rider yet.
Yeah, well, it may be on your rider tomorrow, perhaps. Yeah, let's have a. Now then.
It's a big glass.
Well, it is, you know.
It is, yeah.
I mean,
Don't have it all.
Yeah. I mean, initially, I would say surprisingly complex. Do you think?
Is it okay?
Song after this, Tom. Is that all right?
Yeah, give me some notice by then.
Well, no, I thought he was going to read those. How much notice do you want? Do you want a record
it's not that
to get?
far away, is it? Really?
Hey, it's not that far away.
I
Do you
mean,
need
do you want it now?
Well, I was just going to give the yeah. Do you want another record? Or are you all right?
No, it's
no.
fine.
Okay, right. I'll fill seamlessly by giving out the email address while you get over there. Yes, if you know what's happening in today's great moment in pop, then give us an email either on mark.radcliffe@bbc.co.uk, and the text is 81199.
Is that it?
That's
your
it.
fill? Is that all I
That's
get?
all right. Yeah,
Do you want to do a
but-
time check?
We can die. It's 2:15.
Come on, Tom. Quick. Jump.
Tom York is taking from his case it's a fine vintage. Oh,
It's
fine
on.
vintage Martin guitar.
It works.
Right, okay. Were you saying it was about like 50 years old or something, that guitar, you
Yes,
think?
1940s or something.
Lovely. It is. It's very nice indeed.
Got
What are
it
you going to... Well, it shouldn't be. Oh, you got a steel there, didn't you?
Yeah, it was all scratched and stuff.
Oh, which is what you
And it
want.
buzzes, but you won't know. It's radio.
Okay, fair. What are you going to play for us?
I'm actually going to do a song called Follow Me Around, which isn't really out as yet,
Great.
as such,
Right.
per se. Just as I'll get my foot still ready.
Oh, yeah.
Terrific.
wow.
That sounded really great. Have you got any plans to release that? Is there any say it's a newish thing? And
Well, it's actually been kicking around sort of since the heady days of OK Computer.
Right. Okay. So we might find out on one of the new EPs at some
I
point.
don't know. I don't know really exactly what to do with it. To be
Playing
honest,
it live or?
I think you'll
Yeah,
probably find it on the
on and off.
internet later today.
could be.
Brilliant. Thanks very much for that. That is Thom York performing live on the programme. We'll be back with a sort of a quarter of an hour jazz odyssey on solo guitar from Ed O'Brien.
Fantastic.
Radio 1.
Hear it first.
Very nice. Julia's been on. She said, has Ed ever considered doing a stint on radio, as he has the most delicious radio voice?
Thank you, my dear.
La la la.
There you go. All right then. Tom's left the room just to calm down after doing the song, which was great. Wasn't
It was fantastic.
Great to
It
see him
really
in
was.
action, like hunched over and lost in it. It's
Yeah,
just fantastic
amazing.
to see close up. But we now come to another episode of the vintage comedy drama Thom York's School Days,
Oh, yeah.
which I believe has been aired in the Radiohead camp, hasn't it?
Yeah, we shouldn't talk about it while Tom's out the room. It didn't go down too well, but you know.
Right.
Well,
Yeah. Well,
That's why he left the room.
is it? Oh, okay. Okay, well, fair enough then. I mean, but quite a coincidence to find a classic drama with the same character names as you in the band, isn't it?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Isn't it? Amazing, isn't it? But anyway, here we go with another episode.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, pay attention please. It's Thom York's school days. Come on, Greenwood Miner, rub it faster, you fag.
I'm rubbing it as fast as I can, Selway.
Make it shine, scumbag, make it shine.
I can't rub it anymore, Selway. I've got to stop. You must be satisfied now.
I'll be satisfied when you've polished my other boot. Now get started on that one.
Get started. Get lost, Selway, you big bully. I'm doing a bally runner.
Get back here, you snivelling coward. What are you afraid of?
Afraid? I'm not afraid, Selway. Well, only a little bit.
Right, boys, today we'll be looking at the various careers open to you when you leave this esteemed public school of ours. Tell me, O'Brien, what would you like to do when you leave?
Well, sir, I want to be a popular music recording artiste, and I'd like to appear live on national radio.
Well, you certainly got the face for it, boy. What about you, York? What do you want to be when you leave school?
Well, sir, when I leave school, I want to be downcast and despondent.
Well, no surprises there.
No, sir, there's no surprises. Oh, I think I feel a song coming on. A heart that's full up like a landfill. A job that slowly kills you. Bruises that...
Not now, boy. There's somebody knocking at the door.
I can't hear anyone knocking, sir.
Thank goodness for that. Come in. Ah, it's Greenwood Miner. My word, you look positively frightened. Has someone put the willies up you, boy?
I need help, sir. I'm being bullied.
Bullied? I will not tolerate bullying in this school. Who's that behind you?
It's me, sir, Selway, head boy.
Oh, thank goodness for that. Now listen, Selway, it appears that Greenwood Miner is being bullied. Will you look into it for me?
Oh, it'd be a pleasure, sir. This way, Greenwood Miner. Come with me, boy.
What? Put me down, you stinking rotter! Where are you taking me?
To my study, fag, and save your tongue. It'll be required for the cleaning of my other boots.
Who's from Fame Academy, is it?
Apparently.
Pop, one of the. But you're saying Sue's on Jonathan Osby. You like her voice, Tom?
Yes, she's got a good voice, really good voice.
It wasn't what I was expecting. Is she the one with the sort of spiky hair?
Yeah.
And everything. Oh, well, it's not a very spiky record, is it, from someone?
Yeah, it would, but she's not very pop star either, which is great. So she deserves to do well, but she kind of maybe needs to dislodge herself from the pop idol thing. Maybe.
Right.
That's just my opinion.
Well, no, that's fine. No, and before that, it was the Chili Peppers and Fortune Faded, which is a fine tune. We have got quite lots of it in, haven't we, really?
We have a bit.
But Tom and Ed have been with us all throughout the programme, which we're very pleased about. So we'll throw a few more questions coming in for you. A question for Squire York. As a former resident of the quaint city of Exeter and spending many of my formative years there, I wondered what Mr. York's presiding memory of the city was while he was at uni, and what was his favourite watering hole?
There's this club that shut down. Can't remember what it's called. And I remember doing a show there one night with this band I used to be in. Probably we were called the Headless Chickens at the time, although it kept changing, which was probably a good idea. It was literally a watering hole because the ground floor was flooded, and we still played. And every time I went up to the mic, I got a shock. It was great. It was a good show, that.
Right,
good.
With the Headless Chickens. What was your first band called, Ed? Can you remember?
On a Friday.
On a Friday. Yes, of course.
Seminal
right,
band.
Chris in Cambridge says, what do you think? Have you heard The Darkness doing Street Spirit?
Yes.
And what do you think
It
of
was good. I liked it, you know. It was fun.
And James in West Sussex says, what do you... Paul Oakenfold version of Street Spirit?
Oh, dear.
The sore point. I'll move on from that. Right, okay then. Tom, question for Tom. Do you still keep in touch with the 2 girl members of when Radiohead started up?
Actually, yeah, we do. One of them's involved in one of the museums in London, isn't she?
Yeah.
Involved with what? Sorry, that was a bit of a mumble.
One of the museum. Colin knows them still.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
they're fine. Yep.
And can you ask Ed for a stop, carry on for Swampy at Pinders in Preston?
Stop. Carry on.
Excellent, okay.
So much more manly than my version.
I know. I was quite scared there. Lee in Edinburgh says, did Bruce Forsyth offer any showbiz words of wisdom in Jonathan Ross's Green Room?
He was brilliant.
Yeah, he was.
He was a complete star. He stayed until the end.
Yeah, everyone else
buggered off. Yeah. And he was there at the end. We did photos with him and his wife, and he's a proper gent.
I think his sons were interested or something. Is that right?
Yeah, his son's a bass
What did he
player.
wite in our books, our signed books that we got from him?
Oh,
like, keep it up or something equally.
For now.
He's great.
Right. James in South Korea says, I saw Radiohead perform on David Letterman a few weeks ago, and they seemed a little annoyed by the whole thing. Was there a reason?
I tell you
what was going on there? Well,
In order for Mr. Letterman not to break into a sweat, he has the studio at sub-zero temperatures.
Does he?
Yeah. So our hands went numb.
And
so there you go.
Oh, well, fair enough then. Some fingerless mittens on the next tour. Ewa in Poland says, do you believe in reincarnation?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Good. Gemma Varnham, currently in bed with the lurgy at York Uni. So, quick question for Tom and Ed. I wrote a play last year called How to Disappear Completely. Will you sue me?
No.
Take that as a no then. Right. And Alan Watkins says, any chance you're going to play a real hometown gig in Wellingborough?
No.
Let me get this straight. Because I was born in Wellingborough Hospital, is that right?
Right. Well, it says there's a church hall there. You
Worth a try.
Yeah. Maybe in the hospital.
All right then. So I mean, the gigs are going. Well, what happens? Do you work out a set for each gig separately? Are you changing it every night? When do you work it out? Do you know what you're going to play tomorrow now?
No. We don't. It was whatever's giving us the horn that day.
Right. Okay. Yeah. And so, what after these dates then? What, you go straight back into recording these EPs, or you take a break from each other, do something? Because Johnny did his other album in downtime,
yeah,
and everything. So what is it? A break from each other again?
Potter about, in the woodshed or something. Just do something different. Not quite sure, to be honest.
So you don't know when anything's going to be released or anything. No firm plans at the moment.
No, because everything's up in the air. Absolutely everything's up in the air. So, which is a nice place to be.
It is a nice place.
It's a nice place to be, isn't it?
No, it is.
Floating around.
I wish we could say, well, we don't know what we're doing really, but we know we'll be back at 1 o'clock on Monday. Well, I say we know.
Well, yeah. How much do you know?
Take everything for granted.
Take nothing for granted.
We could start swearing now, and everything would be sorted, wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, it'll probably speed up a process that's inevitable.
Yes.
But there you go. All right. So we'll get to the great moments in pop finale after Linus Loves. Well, I pressed the button, but it didn't start. I'll never get the hang of this DJ.